Good day, listeners. Welcome to Mining Matters, your go to program for learning about industries that shape our economy and society. I am Alan T. Montero Jr., and today we have a fascinating guest, Engineer Earl Denise John G. Bunal, a mining engineer with years of experience in the field. We'll be talking about mining, its purpose, benefits to the economy, its challenges, and how it impacts our daily lives. Stay tuned as we dig deep into the mining industry. But first, let's get to know our guest, Engineer Bunal. Welcome to the program. Can you tell us a little about yourself and what drew you to the mining industry?
Thank you, Alan. And before anything else, let me just say hello to our avid listeners and thank you for tuning in to this program. To begin, I'm a mining engineer by profession, and what drew me to the mining industry is purely coincidental. So, what happened was, I was a mechanical engineering student at the university, and since I wanted to shift to another engineering program, I ended up going and enrolling to the Bachelor of Science in Mining Engineering program at the University of the Philippines.
What a wonderful introduction, Engineer. By the way, we want to thank you for accepting our invitation for today's episode, Unearthing Opportunities, a talk with the mining engineer. A lot of people nowadays, particularly in our country, are unfamiliar with the concept of mining. So, engineer, can you explain further or can you elaborate further what mining is all about and its, basic concepts of how it should be grasped by our kababayan here in the Philippines so that they totally understand what mining is all about?
Yeah, thank you for that, Alan. So, hindi ko naman masisisi yung mga kababayan natin kung hindi pa talaga sila masyadong familiar with the term mining. So, even me, back when I was a freshman, I didn't know mining engineering course existed until I decided to shift or transfer. So, to answer the question, what is mining? So, mining, basically, kung narinig nyo na yung term na yamang mineral, you are closer to the answer. But, here it is. Mining is the process, yung proseso ng pagkuha ng mga yamang mineral sa loob ng ating mundo. Okay, that's the basic definition. So, may iba't ibang paraan tayo paano kunin yung yamang mineral o yung mga bato na naglalaman ng iba't ibang uri ng metal. Halimbawa, nickel, iron, gold, and silver. So, kapag mababaw lang yung batong iyon, ay ginagamitan natin iyon ng surface mining. Pag malalim naman, yung methodology o yung proseso ng pagkuha ay sa pamamagitan ng underground mining. And dito sa Pilipinas, we are endowed or blessed with various mineral resources. So, iba't ibang parte ng ating bansa ay may yamang mineral.
Yun pala yun. Salamat, engineer, na intindihan namin ngayon kung ano talaga ang basic concept ng mining, kung ano ang process nito at kung ano yung mga metodolohiya na dapat gamitin sa pagmimina. Kanina, diniscuss mo rin na ang Pilipinas pala ay isa sa may mga madaming mineral ore deposits na matatagpuan natin dito. And alam ko yan kasi taga Mindanao ako, so madami talagang mga mining companies doon. Kasi ang Pilipinas talaga ay isa sa mga may mga rich in mineral resources. Ngayon, proceed tayo sa pangalawang tanong, engineer, kung bakit mahalaga talaga ang pagmimina sa ating bansa.
So that's a good question, Alan, no? So why do we mine in the first place? So, ika nga, may kasabihan tayo na mining is life. Kung titingnan natin yung surroundings natin, ano ba yung nakikita natin sa ating paligid? So, halimbawa, yung mga buildings, isipin natin, ano bang yung contribution ng mining dito? So, yung kahit simpleng yero o yung corrugated iron, yung iron kasi na ginawa para sa parteng ito ay nanggaling sa mina. And another example, yung semento, nanggaling yan sa limestone na minina. Aside sa mga buildings, meron din tayong energy source. So that's a good question, Alan, no? So why do we mine in the first place? So, ika nga, may kasabihan tayo na mining is life. Kung titingnan natin yung surroundings natin, ano ba yung nakikita natin sa ating paligid? So, halimbawa, yung mga buildings, isipin natin, ano bang yung contribution ng mining dito? So, yung kahit simpleng yero o yung corrugated iron, yung iron kasi na ginawa para sa parteng ito ay nanggaling sa mina. And another example, yung semento, nanggaling yan sa limestone na minina. Aside sa mga buildings, meron din tayong energy source, yung kuryente natin. So, saan ba ito nanggaling? Nanggaling ito sa pagmimina ng mga coal deposits natin. And even extending to other aspects of our life. Halimbawa, yung financial natin, mga coins, naglalaman yan ng mga metal. Yung jewelries natin, yung palamuti, earrings, meron din yung metal. And even going forward sa technology and advancements. So, yung mga keyword natin ngayon, di ba? AI, yung mga computer, gadgets, cellphones natin, pati yung laptop. So, lahat ng ito saan nanggaling mismo sa pagmimina.
For all the things that you've said, engineer, when you look around, alam mo na agad na may contribution yung mina sa ganyan na mga bagay. Kanina, i-highlight natin na ang mina talaga ay ginagamit siya for construction, for electrification, and other related usage niya. So ngayon, alam na rin ng mga avid listeners natin kung ano palang mga bagay na pwede nating makuha from the mining side. So it is incredible how mining underpins so many aspects of our lives, from the buildings we live in to the gadgets we use daily. And ngayon, itatanong natin kung ano ang contribution ng mining sa ating ekonomiya at sa ating komunidad for the social development.
Ayan, Alan, no? So, very important yung tanong na yan. So, let's discuss the benefits and the contributions of the mining industry to the Philippine economy. So, as reported ng ating kagawaran na Mines and Geosciences Bureau or MGB, as of 2023, the mining industry has contributed more than 110 billion pesos to the Philippine Gross Domestic Product or GDP. And sa aspeto naman sa trabaho, more than 200,000 na individual ang nabigyan ng trabaho dahil sa pagmimina. So, more than that, merong revenue yung ating gobyerno sa pamamagitan ng mga taxes at saka royalties. At sa datos na meron tayo, according to MGB, more than 48 million pesos ang nakolektang taxes and royalties as of 2022. So in terms naman sa ating development of local communities, nagkaroon ng mga eskwelahan, ospital, mga kalsada ang ating lokal na komunidad dahil sa pagmimina. At maliban pa dyan, nagkaroon tayo ng mga community programs, mga trainings sa mga livelihood and community empowerment and opportunities sa ating mga local na mga mamamayan, as well as long-term sustainable development plans para kung sakaling umabot sa panahon na magtapos na ang mina, ay hindi na kailangan pang umasa ang komunidad sa mining at makakatayo na ang komunidad sa sariling paa. So yan yung mahalagang kontribusyon ng mining sa komunidad at sa bansa.
Di ba, engineer, hindi natin sukat akalain na industriya pala ito ay nagbibigay ng massive contribution to our Philippine economy. So, including na doon yung employment, job creation, taxes, and royalties sa pwedeng ma-enjoy ng ating mamamayan, lalo-lalo na yung mga komunidad natin na may isang mining company. So, ang ganda ng explanation kasi ang mga sinabi mo ay nagbibigay siya ng knowledge or learning sa ating mga kababayan or sa ating mga avid listeners na ang mina pala ay madaming kontribusyon. Hindi lang pala sa Philippine economy, pwede din pala ito sa ating social development. So sa social development aspect, engineer, na-mention mo kanina na meron mga buildings, school buildings, water system, in other health-related na mga projects and activities na pwedeng ibigay ng mina. Kasi based on my research din, na ang mina pala ay mandated din siya na magbigay ng allotment or budget for community development programs. I know, alam mo rin to, engineer, na during the pandemic, so isa din yung mina na may isa sa mga malaking contribution sa ating gross domestic product. Even sa mga companies na nag-close, ang mina talaga, operation at continue din yung trabaho ng mga mamamayang Pilipino. So, engineer, I think this is the second or the third last question. Alam naman natin, every industry has its challenges. What are some of the main challenges faced by the mining industry today?
Definitely, Alan, challenges are part of the mining industry. So one big challenge is yung portrayal ng mining sa media or even sa social media. Madalas kasi yung narrative na naririnig natin ay nakakasira ang mining sa kalikasan, quote-unquote. And dahil dito, marami ang tumututol sa pagmimina even though hindi nila fully naiintindihan ang buong proseso. For example, isa sa mga dahilan ng ganitong perception ay yung kailangan talagang alisin ang nasa ibabaw ng lupa. Halimbawa, yung mga vegetation or trees, mga puno, para makuha ang mga mineral deposits sa ilalim. This is a necessary part of the process, pero syempre, may mga environmental protocols naman tayong sinusunod. So, for a quick fact sa ating audiences, alam mo ba na merong DNR Memorandum Order 2012-2 na nagtatakda ng uniform ratio for cut or relocated trees? So ano bang nilalaman ito? Basically, kapag may isang puno na napuputol dahil sa pagmimina, kailangan yung mining company ay palitan ito ng 100 na bagong puno. So overall, mining companies are required na mag-compensate sa kung ano yung inalis nila. And hindi lang yan. Meron din tayong mga regulatory bodies katulad ng Department of Environmental and Natural Resources o DENR, as well as the Mines and Geosciences Bureau or MGB na nagmo-monitor and nagva-validate kung maayos ba ang pagmimina. They will also ensure na dapat sumusunod ang mga kumpanya sa mga tamang proseso ng rehabilitation o yung proseso ng pagbabalik ng mine site sa original conditions na malapit after sinasagawa yung mining operations. So, definitely, we need to mine responsibly and sustainably and even exceed what is required by law. So, aside from the environmental challenges, yung isang aspect naman sa mining industry na kinakaharap ngayon is yung brain drain. So, maraming magagaling na mga mining engineers ang umaalis ng bansa para magtrabaho sa ibang lugar tulad ng Australia and Canada. While this speaks to the talent sa ating mga Pilipino, syempre medyo tayo. Pero it also means na nababawasan tayo ng mga eksperto dito sa sariling industriya natin, which is medyo nakakalungkot talaga and dapat pagtuunan ng pansin. Kasi hindi lang yun kawalan, parang malaking kawalan kasi na supposedly skilled na yung tao tapos biglang yung makikinabang is sa ibang bansa pa makikinabang ng mga skills natin mga Pinoy. So,
very well said, engineer. So, ang ganda ng explanation mo kung ano yung mga possible na ma-face ng isang mining company towards doon sa mga tao na ayaw talaga yung industriya. So, alam naman natin na the mining industry in the Philippines faces several challenges. Kasama na doon yung negative portrayal ng media that mining is destructive to the environment. Ito ay nagli-lead ng public opposition despite naman na sinabi mo, engineer, na limited yung understanding ng mga tao about the industry. So, meron ding mga environmental concern which na-tackle mo din, yung removal na trees at saka yung vegetation para lang makuha yung mineral deposit sa ilalim ng lupa, which are addressed through strict regulation naman ng ating kagawaran ng environment. Kasi merong sinabi mo, engineer, yung DNR Memorandum 2012-02 which mandates na i-replace yung mga naputol na kahoy with 100 new ones. So, meron tayong mga regulatory bodies like, di ba sinabi mo, engineer, yung DNR and MGB na nagmo-monitor ng compliance and ensure proper site rehabilitation ng mga mining companies dito sa ating bansa. So, di ba sinabi mo yung another major challenge talaga is yung pagkawala or pag transfer ng ating mga mining engineers, skilled mining engineers, papunta sa ibang bansa para lang sa opportunity na malaki yung sahod and other benefits na should be the Philippines retain them to build our expertise and to ensure that the mining industries here in the Philippines are led by the experts or skilled workers ng mga mining engineers. Really na-appreciate ko, engineer, yung discussion natin for today. Di ba ang ganda, mining matters, ang ganda ng mga explanation, napaka-simple na mga words na ginamit at I'm sure naiintindihan to ng ating mga avid listeners. Since na-discuss na natin yung concept ng mina, ano yung kanyang benefits, ano yung kanyang mga contribution to the Philippine economy and to the communities. So ngayon, engineer, looking ahead, what does the future hold for the mining industry? Are there any innovations or trends that excite you as a mining engineer?
Naks naman, pag sinabi talagang future, parang hilig-hilig natin manghula, no? So, yes, definitely there are some exciting trends sa mining industry na kailangan nating abangan. So, especially dito sa Philippines kasi alam ko ang daming potential na development and improvement sa ating industriya. So, first, yung pag-automate and robotics sa ating mining operations. So, currently, pinapractice na ito sa ibang bansa. For example, yung mga equipment, mga dump truck, mga backhoe, wala na minsan ng tao na nag-ooperate. So, definitely, andun lang sila sa isang room na kinokontrol yung mga galaw ng mga equipment. O, diba? So, parang it improves safety as well as mobility na parang sobrang exciting niya. And second, yung dami or pag-increase sa paggamit ng renewable energy and pagbabawas ng mga environmental impact. So, dito pa lang sa Philippines, may alam na akong mga mining companies na gumagamit na ng mga solar panels as an alternative energy source. So, lesser yung emission ng mga carbon and other harmful pollutants sa ating atmosphere. And last but definitely not the least, yung literal na pinaka out of this world na trend na pinag-uusapan ng mga mining engineers. Pero I don't know, outside mining baka hindi pa masyadong na-appreciate. Pero yung space mining. So, yung kasi natin beyond Earth is that pinag-aaralan na ito ng mga geologists na maraming potential na makukuhang metals and minerals na pwede nating gamitin as part of innovation. So, hopefully this will happen in the near future, but well, kagaya nga, hula-hula will happen in the near future, but well, kagaya nga, hula-hula pa ito na stage ngayon. Pero, we'll see. We didn't expect the internet. We didn't expect the iPhone. So, there's a lot of endless possibilities when it comes to the future of the mining industry. Yun lang.
Definitely, engineer. Looking forward to seeing innovations in the mining industry. But before we wrap up, what message would you like to leave with our listeners about the mining industry?
For the final message, the future of mining is both exciting and maraming posibilidad. So at the same time, the industry is evolving rapidly. And I'm sure that the mining companies are working hard to address environmental concerns and adopt more sustainable practices. And a final reminder that innovation and responsibility can go hand in hand to create a better, more sustainable future for mining.
Thank you so much, Engineer Earl Denise John G. Bonal, for sharing your knowledge and insight with us today. It's been a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you, listeners, our avid listeners, for tuning in to Mining Matters. Don't forget to join us next week for more insightful discussions. Until then, take care and stay informed.